You know, we all have ambitions, right? Big dreams, goals we want to hit. But today, we're not just going to talk about them. We're going to become architects. We're going to lay out the actual blueprint for a relentless mindset, one that doesn't just hope for success, but actively builds it. So let's get started. So right off the bat, what's the real difference maker? What separates just wanting something from actually getting it? If you're thinking it's just raw talent or maybe a lucky break, you're missing the most important part. The real difference is a system, a deliberate architecture that you build inside your own head. And that system has a name. The source material calls it the 3-step ascent. Now, think about it this way. Getting what you want isn't some chaotic scramble up a cliff. It's a structured climb. It has clear steps, clear handholds that, honestly, anyone can follow if they choose to. And here are those steps: desire, labor, and victory. First up, desire. And let's be real clear here. This isn't some casual wish. We're talking about an all-consuming fire for the goal. Then comes the part you absolutely cannot skip: the relentless, grinding labor. And only then, after you've put in the work, do you earn the victory. A true personal triumph. That's the path. There are no shortcuts. Okay, so let's zoom in on the most critical phase, the one where most people frankly just fall off: the labor. This isn't just about working hard, it's about a total transformation of how you operate. It's about becoming what the source calls the workhorse. This quote really gets to the heart of it. It's like you're fighting a battle on two fronts. Internally, you have to be willing to completely change. But externally, you have to build a fortress around yourself to block out all the noise. You know, the doubts from other people, the constant social media pings, all of it. It all has to go silent. Your focus needs to be absolute. So, the workhorse isn't just a cool title. It's a state of being. It's that zone of pure, deep focus where you've consciously shut out all the distractions. It's about creating this little bubble where you can channel every single ounce of your energy into the task at hand. That, right there, is your ultimate competitive edge. Of course, this journey, it's guaranteed to be tough. There's going to be hardship. But here's the secret. The goal isn't to somehow avoid the struggle. It's about how you frame it in your mind. And that frame comes down to one incredibly powerful choice. So here's the choice we all face. You can look at hardship through the lens of a victim, blaming everything and everyone else for your problems, or you can see it like a blacksmith sees fire. The flames of struggle aren't there to burn you down. They're the very thing that will forge you into something stronger, something more resilient. This is what that really looks like day to day. The goal is not a life without any pressure. That's just a fantasy. The real objective is to learn how to stand in the middle of your challenges, pick up the hammer, and forge that raw, difficult stuff into real, tangible strength. So, how do you actually do all this? Where does this big transformation happen? Well, the source material gives us this really powerful idea for it: the mental lab. This mental lab, it's your private arena. It's that focused space where the external noise is locked out and it's just you and the work. This isn't about performing for other people or getting likes. This is where you prove your commitment to yourself. And that brings us to the ultimate rule of the lab. At some point, all the talking has to stop. It's just time to get back to work. So when you strip everything else away, the desire, the labor, the struggle, you're left with one single unbreakable foundation: radical self-accountability. It's realizing that you are both the architect drawing up the plans and the engine that's going to make it all happen. The responsibility and the victory, it's all on you. And this is the final command. It's not about proving anything to your doubters or your family or anyone else online. The only person whose validation truly matters on this path is yours. The work is for you. And that brings us right back to where we started, inside your own mind, in the quiet of that mental lab, when it's just you. You are the only judge that matters. So when you look at the effort you're putting in, the focus, the commitment, what's your verdict going to be?
Welcome to Motivational Inspire Reels. Subscribe and hit the bell icon.